Hello, wonderful guys. My name is Jovika, and I'm broadcasting from Jovika TV. Today I want to discuss one of the reigning pastors who is well known to in his charity works, philanthropist, assisting the orphanage. No other person than Pastor Chibuzo. Pastor Chibuzo, am I correct? The pastor of OPM in Port Harcourt. He is in the news once again. I wouldn't know if it is for the right reason or for the wrong reason. I will leave you that for your judgment in the comment section. He happened to lay a cross on these wonderful guys you guys are watching here. And remember, these guys happen to be former security officers, and that later became celebrities. From celebrity, they found themselves in Cyprus. And from Cyprus, they are on that course, according to the man of God. So I want to briefly analyze the issue of pastors laying curse on people today. I want to use this particular scenario to teach us something that may be of benefit to you. People have been caged. Many people have been caged under the disguise. If you do, pastor will lay curse on you. Pope will lay curse on you. Father will lay curse on you. And people are dying unnecessarily. So I want to make a video to liberate some people who should not unnecessarily be under any bondage just because of a transaction took place between you and the man of God. I said it in one of my videos. If you're a man and you discover that the reverend father, pastor, bishop, whoever is messing around with your wife, and you're not comfortable with it, or your child, your daughter, you're not comfortable with it, don't leave him because he is a man of God. If you don't want to leave him, if you want to take up the matter in the court, you are free. Anybody was telling you if you fight him, you're going to go this side of the court, it's rubbish. You are going to leave him because you don't want to make claim, whether a pastor or ordinary human being. If you will fight an ordinary human being because he messed up with your daughter or wife, they also ready to fight a pastor, father, reverend, whatever, because he messed up. Because we are all human beings. When somebody does what an ordinary human being do, let him be treated like an ordinary human being as well. If a man of God make himself behave like immoral person, like ordinary human being, if you will deal with an ordinary human being, you also deal with the man of God. But let's take a voice note of the curse he laid on those boys before we begin to dive into the cross of the matter. Let's listen to his voice note he sent to those boys. Listen.
My private jet, I said, let me here to help you. Those from the pain in my heart that doing good, I place this curse from the pain in my heart that doing good become evil. Whosoever, no matter who that person is, that I use, you didn't pay one kobo, you didn't spend 1 naira. It is from offering and tithe that people drop in the altar. What other pastors use in buying private jet, I said, let me use to help you. Now I do you good, you use evil to pay me. You will remain poor forever. You can never achieve anything in life. As long as whether any way you are, you will suffer poverty. No, you can never achieve. You can even buy one plot of land. If there's any other things, other clothes you've bought, through the money I used to sending you to Cyprus, you will sell those clothes to feed. You will become so wretched.
Okay, welcome back, wonderful guys. You heard the cross he laid on those two young men, former security officer turned celebrity. Somebody might be saying, man of God, you are saying this because it has not happened to you. If it happened to you, you will still do the same thing. No, it has happened to me. So I'm not sharing this story to glorify myself or to sell myself or tell myself I'm too powerful. But I believe that whatever anyone sows in life, he will reap it. If you see me also making this prayer, I don't just make it because it happens to me. Because there are people who say it. You guys dealt with a social person. It will come back to you because it happened to someone you like. But you too have been dealing with other people, and you not pray that it will happen to you. Now, I remember a scenario that happened. You know the story. These guys, before I tell you the story of my own how it happened to me, this young man, were security officers working in one of the Republic chicken or whatever they were working, and instead of them to be opening the door as they were contracted to do, they were dancing and they were videoing them. So in that video, the Chicken Republic saw it and fired them. This man of God saw that video went viral, took them, sponsored them. In fact, their page became horrible. Sorry, became so going viral, and they had a page, and they were doing well. From there, he took them to sponsor them to happen. Now, the story has it that these guys are going through penury, wretched. They can't feed. They are crying over. Things are not working well. The man has not been sending them money anymore after sending them there. All the efforts they made trying to reach out to the pastor proved abortive. So they couldn't bear it anymore. Nobody. They begin to yap the man, begin talk with them. So this man, all the problem will make them carry up, no, and the thing went public. So he now started laying this curse on them in one of their WhatsApp message. Now let me talk about the boys first. But before I talk about them, hear this story, because somebody say, "Hey, they talk this way. It never happened to you. It happened to you. That's what you could do." Everybody are not wired the same. I remember when I was in Nigeria. Let me not be specific with the date. I think a young man contacted me. I should come and pray for him. Listen to me. This story, I'm not sharing for you to see me as any man of God. If he called me for prayer, I pray for you. It may not work, it may work. But the one I'm sharing now worked perfectly well. This guy they have about their father. He has a father. The father has a brother. That brother of the father has 4 pastors or priests. They are of the Anglican Church. Those 4 priests have no child. The father gave birth to him. He also married, no child. 4 new generation men from the same ancestor, no child. The sister too, to those particular 4 brothers, no child. So when this brother knew about my ministry, he contacted me for prayers, and I agreed to come for the prayers in their family, to pray over the family, to know what God is going to tell us about what is going on. To call the Lord spiritual, we went for the prayer. But when we were going for that prayer, those priests said, "How can they bring so kind of man of God?" By then, I was not yet ordained. How can they bring so brother to come and pray for them when they are already priests in Anglican Church? So they couldn't support that prayer. It was this brother that said, "Look, they didn't support number because he need to at least send us transportation fare to come." He was having problem financially. He couldn't even send it. So he was expecting that those brothers who also have the same problem he has to support him so that they can transport our team will come for that prayer. He couldn't. So when he told me, I was using that opportunity because in a family of chronic barrenness in terms of human beings' own interpretation, I was afraid to go for that prayer. So I saw an opportunity to decline so that let it not be I went for the prayer, it didn't work. But the guy insisted I have to come for the prayer. Men and brethren, I went for the prayer at my own expenses. I told the boys, because the boy put pressure, cried over the phone. I'm easily moved by people's tears. I said, "Okay, I'm coming." We went there, prayed for him, told him God has heard your prayers, and we left. It didn't take too long. This guy, we prayed for the child, also prayed for him to receive financial favor. He is into Amaco, aluminium. He will be watching this thing online. If I'm lying, he should put on the comment section that I'm lying. So he does Amaco, aluminium business. Within 1 week, all the people who have submitted proposal to do business with them, who never gave any positive response, called him. He started doing some good job. And this guy was coming to where I was living in those days in River State. I was bringing the tithe of those men. I never asked him to bring. On his own, he decided. I said, "Why leaving your church very far, driving all the way?" He said, you are my prophet." That was the words he used. I said, "Wow." He does it first and second and third time. The third I told him, You are going too far. And he said, after that prayer, God had been so wonderful to him. I said, what about what we really prayed for? He said, nothing has happened yet. I said, you cannot call me a prophet and I will not prophesy. I prophesied that year will never end. This was happening around January, thereabout. That is just year will never end without your wife having a baby. This is a marriage of 7 to 8 years, no child. They have done everything. No, it's not working. I made that prophecy. To cut the long story short, that prophecy happened that way. And they told me, they are giving me information about when the woman miscarriage, period. I told them that child is not going to be dedicated with a vehicle borrowed or rented or taxi. It is in your own vehicle. They say, how? Is it possible from now to buy cars? Say, watch it. And God honored our prayer. He got money and he wanted to buy a car. Where we got it wrong was, because I deal with cars. He asked me to help him go to Cotonou in those days. And he said he want to go with me. He went with me. We went around. He made a choice of the car he wanted to use. Coming back, the car started giving him a lot of problem. The vehicle, and he started blaming me that I gave him a car that is not working. And his money he went to buy was not enough. I borrowed him some hundreds of naira. In those days, about 500,000 naira I gave him. He borrowed it. That money was made for another person's car to bring car for another person. Do you know, when I was requesting him to pay me back the money, this guy refused to give me back the money. That I gave him a car that is messing him around. The car is not good. It's not a good car. But I said, you went with me to Cotonou. You made your choice. He said, if I'm professional, I would advise him not to choose that car. I said, see, Mr. Wahala. This guy did refuse to give me that money. When I disturbed him, said, I called this guy. I said, remember how we knew ourselves. I said, so what? Are you the only one that pray for people that receive child? I tell everybody that you pray for me and receive child. I beg again. It was so that I started crying. To call the long story short, till today he didn't pay that money completely. He's still owing me. But I never laid cost on him. They will call panel. Panel sat some ministers of God called asking him. He was there bragging, no, he can't pay for that money, blah blah blah. That's how that money left. I went through hell. But I never opened my mouth one day to say I curse you. I never. Because I cannot kill who am I going to. I cannot take life that I didn't make. But I want to tell you something. Do you know, up till now, the only child they have is that only one I prayed for. I don't know why they haven't gotten another one. And God is my witness. I have prayed for them months, days, asking God to favor them. Let me not hold that thing against them. It doesn't happen. If it had happened maybe last or 2 years, I don't know. But as for the time I chatted with him last, he hasn't gotten any child. I still gave him a contract in the church where I was a parish priest. I called him, gave him a contract to put Amako in the church building. If people were against me, why are you giving this guy that he messed you up? He said, I have to do it to prove to him that I don't hold any grudges against him. I gave him contract in the church to tell that I didn't lay any cost on him. So what am I saying this? Pastor Chibuzo have done his good, went viral. Remember what Bible says, when you do something and the other hand knows it, you have received your reward. You are taking the reward you wanted. And when he got angry with them because they also made a video against him, telling the world that he has abandoned them, he started laying curse on them. He had a curse that it can never be well with them. Pastor, I don't support this curse. You should have allowed them. In fact, allowing them to be suffering in Cyprus is enough suffering already. It's enough cause for them. You just leave them. You don't need to curse them. You don't need that. And I want to address you out there. If anything is wrong with happen between you and the man of God, you want to eat your money, and if he's laying cost on you, that is trash. It doesn't work. You cannot be holding my money and you're laying cost on me. It doesn't work that way. You will lay cost, I will dry up. I will not dry up. A costless cause does not stand. Any cause that does not have a reason doesn't stand. In fact, let me tell you, when you offend anybody, not just pastor, not just a man of God, when you offend anybody ordinarily, you are simply attracting cost upon yourself. When you offend your father, whosoever. So I don't need to lay cost on you when you offend me, because naturally the law of karma will take its place on you. It will be reversed, because what you sow, you reap. So if this guy made a video to complain of what you are not doing for them, miracles for them shouldn't have been the solution. Lead them to their faith. You have decided not to continue to help them. Lead them. Why are you laying call? Because your name is at stake. They want to rubbish you. They do you bad. For me, it's not about your name. You did something in the name of God, and if they go, let them talk things God and be addressed. So the cause, I don't know, it's uncalled for. I didn't say it will not work, but I say it's uncalled for. So I support that cause. But about those young men, you guys are not wise. Somebody, let me tell you, when someone gives you a table, a ladder, when you get up there, don't throw away the ladder. This man has given you a platform to shine. Why did you discover? Because you guys were dancing. Your page has grown. When you discover that you are not making money, what stops you from maybe dancing in your page, your Instagram, and start making money from your page? All this why? They are not giving you step to a plan. You want to come down. You want to why can't people reason? Why not start producing some certain things on your page? Doing some certain skills, and Facebook will start paying you, and you end up coming to make a video that went viral. That you have done a better thing. That is why it's not good to rubbish people's name to go viral. Do better thing, go viral in a good thing, not in a wrong thing. Because whatever you sow, if you rubbish somebody's image to rise, your own image will be rubbish to rise. I swear. Whatever you sow, it will reap. I don't need to lay cause for it to happen. So I disagree with Pastor Chibuzo on this one, for this cause. I also condemn the young man for batting the figure that fed them. And without them using their initiative to clap, they want to remain give me forever in their life. Rubbish. This is my take. I don't know what you think about this video. If you think I made a point, let me hear it from the comment section. If you think I'm wrong, let me hear it from the comment section. If you think the pastor is right, whatever you feel, let's hear it from the comment section. But one thing I want you to know, whatever you sow in life, and whatever you write against anybody will be written against you too. That is the law of nature, and it works that way. God bless you. Remember, I remain Joe Vicar. Please, I want to use the opportunity to announce to you guys, if you want to sell any building, you want to sell your property, land, anything you want to sell, feel free to contact us. We will advertise so that it is your own, no scam. Before I accept any business to advertise, land, property, building, because people have been sending it to me, I want to start publishing a project that people are selling. Before I make sure I'll make inquiry to know who owns the house, to see a copy of the documents with my agent in Nigeria or the country of like you're joining me. Any country you want to join, you're free to make your I'll send it to help you market your product, but make sure it is legit. Those scam, I will not promote any scam in my page. Thank you, and I love you guys. See you in my next video. And I remain Jovika. If you are not following us, I don't know what you are waiting for.
If you no get information, you are already deformed. Why not go to your YouTube? Jovika TV. Hey, you want come for Facebook? Jovika TV. Instagram and Twitter. Jovika TV. Abi, you want come for TikTok? Jovika TV. Abi, na WhatsApp you want come? Jovika TV. Jovika TV, poised to reach you with the truth.